Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone, my name is Razial with cameras.
I want to thank all of you for the amount of support you gave me in my first episode of the list of cartoons I have watched. That video was a big project. It took more than a month for me to put it together, and I'm so proud of how it came out. And because I am working a lot lately and I want to make sure the videos are always in good quality, so I made a membership for you to see what I'm working on next, and you could get a shout out in my videos. It's just $5 a month. You are saving me physically and mentally, and it means the world to me. Even if you cannot do $5 every month, your love and support makes me believe in myself even more to keep going and improving. Tipping is always welcome. Share, like, and subscribe always help as well. I appreciate you and I'm always grateful for where I am right now. Thanks to you, all of you. I am sorry for taking too long. I cannot help it when you guys are the reason why I am going forward despite everything going on right now. So without further ado, let's get started. What are you seeing right now on the screen is I am drawing my OC Dr. Plant B. This idea was new around since I had this idea since 2025, but I never had the time to draw her until I had to do it for ArtFight. And yes, it is a her. Plant B is a woman despite she looked like a man. What's funny is that I did want her to be a guy at first. Then I changed the idea and I went, what if people thought she was a guy at first? And that idea stuck with me ever since. And the fact that she is a zombie, I don't think her body can hold any meat or fat, so it will show some hips or something. And the fact that even though she is a plant hybrid, I don't think it will make any difference. And yes, she is a plant and zombie hybrid. And to make her story short, she is a scientist who wants to improve the environment around so humans can have a better life and it will be easier to communicate with plants. But a zombie bit her in the head and her plant attacked the zombie, but because Plant B is dead, the plant is trying to revive her and planted a seed inside her body, and also it's dead. And then Plant B woke up from her death with no memories of who she was before her death, but for some reason her scientist side is still alive. I know it's not the best storytelling I could come up with, but that's the most logical thing for PVZ universe that I could come up with. And as much as I wanted to ship her with Dr. Zambas and maybe Crazy Dave, I later realized that these ships will not work with the story that I am making for her for later. I also want to add the fact that the reference I am making right now is a bit rushed, and I am very sorry for that. And yes, ArtFight won't happen until July, and I have quote-unquote time to do all the OCs that I wanted, etc, etc. But I assure you that I only draw the ones that I really love and adore for the ArtFight and Toy House, and the fact that they are living rent-free in my head for almost a year now, which I will leave it for another segment. Anyway, about the ship, I don't think it will work with Crazy Dave. Why, yes, he is funny and crazy and almost perfect for Plant B, but Plant B isn't a type of war kind of girly, and she spent all her life away from people since her life. And the fact that she was caught by Zambas, and later Zambas found out she is actually more intelligent than the other zombies, and the fact that she cannot fight back, she ended up being his second in command. You can say this marriage between the two isn't fun or bad depending on how you see it. I did not go too far with it yet, other than the boss created their son, Zaid. Before I talk about Zaid, I want to talk about the games itself, Plant vs Zombies in general. and everyone were right. The original game, aka Plant vs Zombies, the Game of the Year edition, is the most superior version of all Plants vs Zombies. And yes, I did play the original on my phone before, and I play it again this time, and they ruined it. They ruined the original game badly. They made the basic mechanics in the game have ads or pay to win, which is ruining the actual game itself, as well as Plants vs Zombies 2, which is in worst case than ever because they added things that ruined the game itself as well. They added leveling up, and they added plants that doesn't even match the game at all, and there is other people who did complain about the series and more deeper way than I could, and more details than I could ever list them perfectly. The rest of the community did voice their opinions. And yes, there is Plants vs Zombies 3 and there is Replanted, but it did not go well as well. Many people who have hated these two games with passion. I was a fool for even buying Replanted early, and don't worry, I got it the Game of the Year edition and I plan to finish it at some point. Also, hopefully I get all the achievements of them as well. And tell me which one of the games you prefer the most and which one is your favorite. I'm sure there is some Plants vs Zombies games that I didn't mention or I have not came across yet, so let me know in the comments down below. And now to the second one, Saeed. And here's a funny story before I talk about him. The correct way to say his name is Saeed with S. I don't know why I used Z instead of S. I've been saying Z as an S this whole time until someone pointed out that to me. As much as I want to correct it, I just realized that Dr. Zombas is so narcissistic enough to the point where he will change the letter of the name and put a massive Z instead. And don't worry about calling him Saeed or Saeed, S or C, I really don't mind. He is as old as the girl from PVZ 3, Patrice. Anyway, he is a very chill guy and like to have fun and hang out, but he doesn't do that in front of his dad, Zombas, because Zombas have a big massive head that is so full of gas that need to pop up very soon. While at home, he's trying his best to be the perfect son for Zombas so he doesn't have to lose his freedom, and because of his father's tantrum and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure some of us have that kind of parent. He is lucky that his mom is more reasonable, but still both of them are screwed under Zombas's mercy. But when he is outside, the first thing he will do is piss off Patrice and get on her nerves. And it's going to be some Pokemon battle kind of madness. Also, he is much nicer to the zombie army, and he doesn't have a mean bone in him or mean leaf since he is a hybrid as well. What is funny, he is more approachable than his parents. And the zombies are often more relaxed and comfortable around Saeed, but when Zombas is around, they all covered up and step back. The fun fact about these two is that because they are part plants, their hair and body will act exactly like any other plant. For example, in autumn season, their hair will start change color and fall out slowly, and when winter is here, they will go bald. So yes, Planty and Saeed will have to be bald all winter until spring comes. But they are lucky because Zombas have some kind of warmer system for both of them to make sure they all stay awake in winter. And yes, some plants die or go to sleep in winter, and he got to make sure that both his son and wife stay awake. And it's not gonna be very fun in spring because in spring the plants release pollen if I'm correct. I'm sorry, I'll put it in the screen. Sadly, Plant B and Saeed might leak some of that pollen from their bodies, and they do not want to trigger the allergies of some boss that he has. And according to some Wikipedia about zombies, he have so many allergies. It, it makes zero sense. But yeah, they are trying their best to not be around him while parenting is happening, so they do not trigger his tantrum mixed with never-ending sneezing. It's never really fun at all. And that's it for now. I know it is short and it's just me drawing my OCs for the art fight. Again, I know it is like month and a half away from when I start making this video. I just don't want to put myself in burnout while I try my best to make a better quality videos for later on. I have few ideas on which video I should start working on next, but I cannot decide on which one I want to start with. But I will leave a community poll in the description down below so you guys can find it and leave your vote on it. And yes, my commissions are open as always, as well as my adaptables are open, as well as my tools as well that I'm selling them on my Ko-fi. And for some reason I want to make comic for these two at some point, but I know myself very well and that might take a very long time before I get to them. Not to mention that I have to update and add more lore into my OCs on my Toyhou.se account as well. Make sure you follow me on all my socials and become a member in my small community and be part of history. The link of the poll will be in the description down below. Until next time, masama bye bye, be safe out there and take care.